Looking at our forecast, you may want to just rest your case, Leah, because this forecast is just so nice. I mean, we're in the 80s, it's just clear. And
yeah, it's a pretty quiet forecast, not too much happening. However, we are actually we're warmer than where we should be for this time of year. We can see as our sun is setting, those blue skies. We do have some cirrus clouds, especially hanging out here in Bakersfield. Right now, we are at 81 degrees. That's pretty perfect. You're right, Tim. This 81 degrees is pretty similar to what we're going to be feeling tomorrow. So tomorrow, our high in Bakersfield is 80 degrees. Our valley is going to be looking at those upper 70s into those lower 80s. A pretty quiet day for the most part. Our southern mountains looking at those upper 60s into the 70s. We could see some of those 50s popping up for our higher elevations. Pine Mountain Club looking at 58 degrees for tomorrow. And then our Kern River Valley also looking at those 70s, those perfect 70s. We see Lake Isabella looking at 79 degrees. Kernville, you could see 78 degrees for tomorrow. Our desert communities are warmer areas, but still that perfect upper 70s into those lower 80s. Ridgecrest will see that 82 degrees for tomorrow. And as we break down our day, we're going to see 60s through the morning, right around lunchtime in Bakersfield, hitting 74 degrees, hitting our peak right around 4 p.m., that 80 degrees. We are going to see some cloud coverage building in the late afternoon into the evening and then those overnight hours. So we can see 7:30 tomorrow morning, pretty quiet, pretty mild winds for the most part. And then through the day, we're going to watch that cloud coverage build. We see right around midnight tomorrow night, we'll see that cloud coverage, some gusty winds picking up in the evening. Nothing too crazy though, for the most part, pretty quiet day. However, we are watching our air quality worsening, an AQI of 100 for tomorrow. That's technically in the moderate range, but right on the edge of unhealthy for sensitive groups. So much worse than what we saw today. As we take a look ahead at the next week, we see the next couple of days stay pretty level as far as our highs go. We'll see those lower 80s, upper 70s, lower 80s for our valley. This actually is warmer than where we should be for this time of year. Our seasonal average is about 77 degrees for Bakersfield, so just a couple degrees warmer. But our midweek, that's going to be the sweet spot. Come Friday, that's when we start to see that warm up. We can see by Saturday getting close to 90 degrees. We could see some 90s popping up in our valley. Next weekend, those temperatures are about 10 degrees warmer than where we should be for this time of year. But Sunday into Monday, looking at that cool down. By Monday, getting closer to those seasonal averages yet again. Kern River Valley, we're looking at 79 degrees for tomorrow, and then we stay in those upper 70s, lower 80s through the midweek. By next weekend, that's when we see that warm up. Also getting close to those 90s for the Kern River Valley. Tehachapi, we start our week in those lower 70s, and then we warm up into those upper 70s. Fraser Park starting our week in the 60s, warming into those 70s. So the next couple of days are going to be that sweet spot, that nice area, and then we warm up by next weekend.
But still not terrible. I mean, this warm up isn't like, you know, we're not going to be super sweating.
Close to 90s for October, though.
True.
Kind of wish you would dial it back just a little bit, feel like fall, but you can't argue with the 80s.
Good for Halloween.
All right, well, coming up next, the jackpot just